Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on St. Louis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The niggas. Oh, go ahead, Jada.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on
blitz coming, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They're going to look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks led to the loss. On first down, Franklin. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On first down, it's Greer. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On second down now, it's Gardner, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
What?
On first and 10, Franklin.
I haven't got none of that weed yet.
Oh, this one incomplete.
I haven't touched it. I'm still smoking.
As he released it, and it's
The
second
3.5
down.
for yesterday.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again, Franklin. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang. On, it's third down. To throw on third down, Franklin. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Jennings. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Flynn, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here we go on second and 12. Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
They're going to have some shit, yeah.
Pretty well, but somehow able
that looks
to muscle
cool.
his way open and catch the ball.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Avant brings it in. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to
Miss Lisa.
Defense.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a
Damn.
touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way,
Right. He was trying to get up out of there.
Not the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it. Break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut.
Look,
and you
they showing me getting locked up.
Break on the football.
Look.
Get there. Make a play. And we've seen a lot of that so far in this game.
Coverage has been excellent.
I'm having a hard day so far. He was about out of bounds anyway.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A carry for Greer. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 29. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun on 3rd down, Franklin. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st down, it's Flynn. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before.
yourself, some records are forever. That you've seen everything there was to see, or have you realized you can't look away, and you don't know the future, and that the game has never been better.
The
performances ranging from promising. Uninspiring. Judgment is filled airway about the Patriots and the Bears. This isn't the same kind of pressure as a team starts slipping right now. It's not a very good football team.
Damn, nigga. Fuck y'all.
Sure way to make it stop.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh yeah, I like the black unis better than the purples. In the daylight.
Week 13 of the
That shit look
NFL
crazy.
on
Ooh,
EA Sports.
that nigga had quarterback face.
It's the Tennessee Titans taking on St. Louis.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks.
Black shirts,
Certainly
let's
two of the
get
best
it.
in the business.
And nowadays, I don't
kinda
think you
like
get by
these
for long
socks.
periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the
Pick 'em
game
up.
is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his
Damn,
game,
it's dark.
your team's
Look
not
at that
going to
shit.
benefit at all.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their
As you know, it's gonna be
9th-year
like that all
quarterback.
night. That's what she said.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Burgess. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Fuck no.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Burgess. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
I'm not a fully equipped roller.
2 plays. 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Isaiah Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
No.
And a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mac Jones running.
They'll run on first down. It's Greer, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Franklin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Going to give to Greer here. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is Greer. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That commercial applied to me because I was trying to figure out what she did wrong.
On second down,
And when he said
it's
take
Greer.
her
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
That's why them text messages be that what I showed you earlier. That's why them hoes come as a text and voicemails come as a text now.
Franklin.
Shit.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance. To turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Franklin. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I think I need that.
Chop, chop, chop. And a cross route, boom. Easy money. Good job. Chop, chop. Good job, Darnell Mooney. That's cool. He'll get better. Oh, he's rolling. He's right there. He's right there.
After one.
Get the first down. And yeah, keep it easy.
You ain't gotta get touched.
So they're going to keep
St.
it.
Louis football here to begin quarter number 2.
Last 2 plays
As
have
they've
been
got it
touch
with a
football.
1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside
I
the
probably
30.
smoked like, I probably
And give him 4
smoked
yards
like 10.
there. It'll be
I'd probably take
2nd and
like
6.
40. I'd be selling it,
How much?
$10. No, I was selling them for 15. I was selling like for 15 or like 2 for 25, something silly.
Looking to throw. Franklin.
It took too long.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That catch good for
Little
only
toss,
a couple.
and then he got. Oh, good job, good
Wide
move.
receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a
That
wall
one
and
tackle
let him
made
pick his
4
spot
tackles.
to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Come on, Drake, from State Farm. Hold on, let me see something.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got
There
a
we
man, it's
go.
caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Drawed out. Hello.
Drake from State Farm, you see him.
Felt pretty straightforward,
Hello,
didn't it?
Justin.
An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Practice it for you now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they
Are
will
y'all watching
send
the
this
Justin
one
Fields
away.
game? Uh-oh.
This one taken just inside the 10. It
That's-
takes us
okay.
near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Oh snap, commenting from work. New subscriber
I
low.
definitely seen it.
They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be.
Who is Verb? Shandon?
That's King David.
Ready to go.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all
Oh, Mal.
the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner.
Lies. It's
He
Shandon.
ran by me. Fuck.
We know, bro. You're good. No judgment here.
The Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Verb.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Was me. Work call gone be like we have a lot of activity from da Wild Boys.
One of the rookies for the Patriots. They had a really good draft class. Didn't get high marks that night at the end of the draft, but boy, has it really stepped forward. They knew what they were doing. This one into the end zone, and out it comes. Marcus Jones. Good decision or not? To the 20. Bill Belichick is on the verge of history. To tell us more, here's Newton, Mass native John Krasinski. I'm from Boston.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him, as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him.
This is Jerry Jones.
That's how I roll.
We would like to thank the entire Ravens organization for visiting Jerry's world. Although it wasn't the outcome that why.
Tell J. Mark to find a hole to fall in it. Not the Oilers. Who got the Oilers? I don't know about that.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completes it to Jennings.
Oh, they got me first down.
And that's good for a pickup.
Tell Keisha Ray I said too.
It'll be second and very short. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Defensive hold takes that big play for
I don't even know how to.
defense away. Takes it back to second down. Yeah, those are some big penalties now on the big left tackle, Trent Brown, and Isaiah Wynn, the right tackle. He was in and out of the lineup last week. He had some penalties. He gave up a strip sack, and Bill Belichick then went with Marcus Cannon. Isaiah Wynn is not active tonight, but he's the most penalized player. But at the rate Trent Brown's going, he might pass him tonight.
Can you show the things on the screen like forever, like the old way?
He drops it off to Harris, who is able to cross the 25. That's in a game.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Point after try forthcoming.
I could have blocked the kick and I wasn't paying attention. I was literally looking at this game. Man, look at this shit. Look.
You sound like the rest of the NFL.
Look. Look.
I could have did this, but I was doing it.
Look, I'm all the way over there.
Should have caught the ball. I touched the ball. I just didn't catch the ball.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Curtis. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
It's caught indeed.
That was tough.
In for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out come the Titans now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why
let
would you
me
change
knock the ball
anything? They've
away.
got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went
Oh,
and went,
shit.
no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. Two
At
extra
halftime.
defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there.
You want to eat?
He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
I don't speak Spanish, so you know you can tell me Spanish.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field
Jada,
here
you
as they're
got
going to
it,
go for
too.
2. They'll try and run it here.
Oh.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's...
Center came off after that last play, injured, and Sam Mustipher, who struggled in center back in the game.
Oh, get down. Shit. Go. Oh, man.
Touchdown run by Justin Fields, his second running touchdown. What a drive. What a drive. Here you got Miles Bryant. He's the guy who's going to come up and try to make a play. And Justin Fields puts his foot right in the ground, gets north and south, and takes it. And no hesitation whatsoever with him. He's got it tucked. He is going for the goal line. Yeah, they've really struggled, like you said, Joe, down in this area of the field against Washington at Thursday night. They were 0 for 3. That had to feel pretty good.
Look. Look. Making a mess. I don't want that food, Jada.
Scrambling, maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Pulled in by Avant. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. 2nd and 3. Oh, that's into
Don't jump.
Coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens continue to pull away here this first half.
Oh, yeah.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league. So they decide.
Jones led number 11 who can fly by Tim Lutch. I got Robert Quinn coming off the edge in the backfield. He had to pick a side because there was pressure coming from both sides. So he went and helped his right one-on-one with Trent Brown, and he took a hit just off the fingertips of the rookie.
To try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. It's out, it's loose. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Damn, I knew that was bad.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked
As
pretty
we
tight
speak.
with the.
Pretty good job. You're going to see everybody kind of turn and run here with the linebackers, the guys who can take this away, and it opens up, and Mac Jones goes and takes
Points of pressure.
What just happened?
And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if...
Just got him back to the position they signed him for, which is center, and Lucas Patrick is being carted off the field.
I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if I just scored or not. Did I just... Oh, okay. I'm tripping. I did score.
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Off the play fake, Curtis going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 3rd down, Franklin. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Ravens ready to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Franklin. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It got his man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And quickly they get to the line. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run this one in. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you... just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Tennessee offense set to go again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do, where they are in this game.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Franklin toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean,
don't take a step.
It's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Throw that ball out.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. He'll look to throw. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
That catch good for only a couple. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Under pressure here, and down he goes.
I'm going to design my sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I might sell it to y'all with some skins. I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody sounds jealous. Here is Commodores. I didn't throw 60 in 4 years. What are you talking about? 1-yard pickup as Smith makes that tackle in his 1 season with the Hilltoppers, Western Kentucky. Single season FBS record for pass yards with 5,967 with 62 touchdown passes. It's been 3 years at Houston Baptist, now called Houston Christian. That 1 year was quite memorable. Yeah, I would think so. That'd be fun. This year's been memorable for him as well. 3rd down and 5. Blitz coming. Passes to Stevenson. He's out. And near the 30. You got Ramondre Stevenson here. Morrow has to come across and try to cover him. He's in man coverage. Here they come with the linebacker, Roquan Smith. And Zappi just reads it perfectly. Really, just an outstanding call at the right time. And that's when Dean Muhammad comes in and lays out Bailey Zappi. Yeah, when you complete those, you don't feel those hits. 20-yard completion to Stevenson. Season long for Ramondre. Play action. Thrown and wide open. Spinning grab by Myers. Touchdown.
Kids.
Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call, but how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Nigga didn't gain. Nigga actually did lose yard. No. He lose. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go, set. Red 38. Here we go. Check 52. Red, set.
On first down, Gardner. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 22. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Throwing on first down, Curtis. Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. From the gun, Franklin. And
yes,
the Ravens are going to have
sir.
first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now here come the Ravens. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ooh, the juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. first down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Back to throw. Franklin to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Ravens have got it.
Man, I think I got to hit him.
Fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit
Boom.
here in the 4th.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Franklin escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle.
Oh, Drake. Man, I just tried it just
Would have been
because.
a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Greer, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
On second down, it's Greer. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
Oh, Shantavius.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Frazier. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins, homie. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Shift. Right. Three. Shift. 95 is Mike. Watch 95. Know your job. 95 is Sandy. Check his Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Gardner. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Joker. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
On 2nd down now, it's Gardner. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Franklin. He finds Douglas complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Drake.
Zone, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Exactly are his strengths. His strengths and it was intercepted, but he doesn't have the strongest arm, but he has great anticipation, and it's all worked for him. Here's a carry on Fields on first down.
I'm sending. Oh, John Greer's getting better. Good.
Quarterback in the history of the NFL named after a party of 5 characters. Mom's pregnant watching Party of 5, like the character Bailey, played by one of the nicest guys in the country, Scott Wolf. And that's why he's named Bailey. It's not a family name, it's a TV name. Second down and 5. Herbert carries. And he is a yard, maybe half a yard short of a first down. I had to ask him about the name Bailey because Bailey is a family name in my family. And so I asked